All right. So, hey guys. Hi, Darren. Hey, Dennis. Hey guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. Last time there was a echo problem. Zero watchers. That's awesome. Can you guys hear me okay before we get too bad off here? Too far off, I guess. Loud and clear. Okay, cool. Thank you, Darren. Richard Guthrie, my old neighbor. What's going on, man? Richard is a good guy. Richard's one of the good guys. He's um, very involved with the animal shelter out here. Spent a lot of time and some resources taking care of some abandoned dogs. In fact, him and I drove right by the exact same dog. I ignored the dog. He went and got it handled. Shows you. Richard's a much better man than I am. Oh yeah, the chicken. That's right, BW. Baby May, yeah. We're in need of a chicken. Yeah. Whoops.
Sharon, the chicken. It's
Here comes the chicken. Chicken's late. So is Baby May.
Where's now the dog?
Huh? Yes. Oh, they just wanted to say hi.
Oh.
And I'll take him and flush him down the toilet.
Hi guys, good morning. Thank you for watching.
So anyway, Baby May and I had a good day yesterday. We went out shopping. And I always call shopping the Easter egg. So when you go shopping here in Dumaguete, or I don't know about other places, I can't really speak with any authority because this is the only place my big ass has been, right here in Dumaguete. All right, get the chicken out of my freaking face. I want to kill that chicken.
Good morning, Paul. No chicken.
Okay, I'm going to change the message.
Okay.
Where was I? All right, yes, we have to put this up. Hail the chicken. So we went, what was I talking about before you came along with the spooky chicken? Huh? Oh, shopping. Yeah, I call it the Easter egg hunt. And the Easter egg hunt means that just that. If you're trying to find an item or two or three items, then it's not like you just pull into the local Walmart, park the car, go in, knock it out, and then you're done. Oh no. Here it's go to the store and try to find the item and find out that they don't have the item or nobody knows what you're talking about. And blah, 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 blah. Well, yesterday was the exception to the rule. I'm very happy to mention that we were able to purchase all the stuff that I wanted for my new channel. Not new channel, the revamped channel, if you will. And so what I'm going to be doing in the future is I'm changing the artwork, the what's that called? The cover, the artwork, there's a word for it. I forget what it is. Anyway, I've got this vision in my head for this picture, and it requires a lot of stuff. No, not big stuff, but just stuff. And it really, I think, is more of a reflection of what I want my new channel, not necessarily improved, but my newer channel, my same channel but different, to kind of give a vibe to it. And then the bikini picture that's on my channel, May wants. She wants to put that on her channel. So I know, okay, it's her anyway. It's her and 3 or 4 of her friendly friends and their bikinis running around. So there is a very good question. When will the chicken get its own channel? I'm pretty sure that's coming up soon. Stay tuned on that. We're still in negotiations. So anyway, I don't know if anybody wants to join me here. Maybe, I don't know, I'll put my Facebook thing up here real quick. Give me a second. and I probably just disappeared. So let me log into that, and that way I can get a hold of Messenger. And then if someone wants to jump in, I can send them a linky. And so let's see. What we're going to be doing, I thought I would give you a little, wait a second here, there's Ann. Hi, Ann. How are you? So we're going to be, Ann, let me promote her channel a little bit, Ann's Daily Life blog. Ann interviewed me the other day. And so she's going to be posting that up, I think today or tomorrow, I don't know. We're going to get together and do a thumbnail. Ann just started her channel. She's doing really good with it. And so we'll be doing that later on today. Right, Ann? Right. Next, what was I talking about? And I'll have Joe Biden today. Totally Joe Biden. It's a freaking chicken. It just annoys me. She's got it in her lap. Oh, look, the hula hoops. Show them the hula hoops.
That is so frustrating.
Yeah, I know it's done. No one's going to figure it out. So look at this.
Thank you, Anne.
This is something that we bought yesterday. We bought 3 hula hoops. Okay. What else did we buy? This is for the channel.
Yeah.
What else did we buy? We bought shoes, socks, the dog.
Yeah.
We bought a dog, not a real dog, but a dog. We've got a lot of Power Rangers. And this is for the channel art. I actually have to try to construct something for the photograph that we're going to be taking. And we're going to go scout locations, I think, later on today or this week. And I'm waiting for some stuff that I won't mention is coming from Shopee that I ordered for a channel art. That's what it's called, for the channel art. And then the direction of my channel is going to be a little bit more old school stuff that I used to do, which is just my ugly head babbling on about stuff. But I've got some topics that I really want to cover that might get a little on the edgy side, and that's okay. I liked the fact that I lost a bunch of subscribers when I had Andy on, who's a lady boy. And so that's the kind of stuff I want to do, because it's not my goal to be the biggest or the best, or the fastest, or the greatest, or anything like that. But I want it to be reality, and I want it to be me, and I want it to reflect me. So I'm going to be really, really a lot more, not that I haven't been candid with you guys, but I think I'm going to get more and more in depth about what I think. And I'm also going to do a series about the car business. And it's not going to be about how to buy a car, how to sell a car, or anything like that. It's going to be stories about guys that I knew over the 40 years. And if you want to talk about characters, go work at a car dealership for a while. Anyway, so let's go see what's going on here. I did get a black eye. Yeah. And the whole story of the black eye is on Baby May's Cooking and Adventure. It's a video entitled Foo Bar. But I'll give you the answer to this kind of guy I am. I took a shower, 3 days ago now?
Yeah.
2 or 3 days? 2 or 3 days ago. I walked into the shower just perfectly fine, and I walked out, and I didn't even know there was anything wrong. And May's like, "What happened to your eye?" I don't know what happened to it. And I looked in the mirror, and there it was. My eye was all bloodshot and red, and this big black eye, jutted out. And it turns out that what had happened was I Googled everything, and this had actually happened to me. Which side am I on here? This is reversed. This actually happened to me a couple of years ago. I woke up one day and had a big black eye, just like this. And it's an allergic reaction. I am hyper allergic. I've always been allergic since I was a kid. I had a lot of pollen allergies and asthmatic stuff and all that crap. And then I've grown into skin allergies. So I've been to dermatologists left and right for this malady and that scratch and this bump and rashes and bug bites and all kinds of stuff. And my skin's just gotten super sensitive in my old age. So anyway, but that's the story of the black eye. I'd like to tell you that I got into a fight or something cool, but it didn't happen. Yeah, the stories are going to be funny. They're not going to have anything to do with the car business per se. I mean, I don't want to box myself in on that because there might be something that comes to mind. But over for recently, a friend of mine, John, sent me a picture of Mr. Ed, the horse, the talking horse from the 1950s or 60s. And there was a character on this show, Mr. Ed. And Mr. Ed was, if you don't know, was a show, American show about a talking horse named Mr. Ed. And the owner of Mr. Ed was a guy named Wilbur. Well, one day, the guy Wilbur, the character who played, the man who played the character Wilbur, I don't remember his real name, came in and I dealt with him in a car deal. And when he sent that to me, I had told him the funny story and the punchline of what happened with me and this guy that played Wilbur buying a car from me 20, 25 years ago. And he never forgot it. It was that funny. And so I thought, you know what, some of those, and I got like, I don't know, 500 stories just like it. And I thought, I'm going to pick and choose the ones that I can remember and the ones that people can relate to. And every now and then I'm going to toss out an old car story, an old work story. But it's not going to be, you know, like how to buy a car or how to get a good deal or that kind of stuff. So, Baby May is going to get tired of holding the chicken. No, she
No.
won't. No, she loves holding the stupid chicken. I don't know why, but just he's always right. Wilbur Post. Wilbur Post, was that his name? Okay. All right, that sounds right. That does sound right now that you say it. But I got stories. What other stories do I have? Well, I won't tell them now. But I'm going to start recording this week for the channel. I don't think the Paul in the Philippines Old Dog New Tricks will be actually be up and running for another couple of weeks. But I've been doing some guest shots on Baby May's channel and kind of helping her with some interviews just because English isn't her first language, but there's still folks that want to do their interviews. And I'm going to I'm gonna continue to work with her. We're gonna kind of do a what you call it, collaboration on her channel, and we're gonna try to take things in a little different direction. Oh, there you go, Alan Young, Alan Young, the actor. Thank you, Ash. See, good old Alan Young. So Alan Young and I had a little back and forth. What's a yurt? I don't know what a yurt is. Hey, Miss V, if you want to join in, I can try to send you a link. Let me know. We can try it again. Be happy to have you. We'd love to see you. Yeah, everybody does need a change. And I'm not so much changing as I am. I think I like the word refreshing or remodeling or rebuilding or retooling, kind of like a new model, you know, the same thing but different. Everybody check in with Miss V's diary, our old buddy Jenny. She's hamstrung down there in Mindanao. And Darren's Travels, make sure you check in on him. He's one of our moderators. He's a good friend, always shares our posts, very supportive. Well, how you doing, Charles? Charles at Mike Griffin. You got me confused. A yurt is like a permanent tent, usually round. Okay. I don't know what this guy's doing. How you doing, Robert? We're good. we're good. Let's see, I probably missed some comments here. I usually do. You know what? We're competing with the debate right now. And yes, the vice president and the Kamala Harris are all chicken right now. And I'm curious, who do you think is going to win the election?
Edit ako.
Thank you, man. All right, let me see what we can do here, Jenny. Okay, if you will just say hi to me on Messenger. I will give it a shot. I just copied the link to send you. Look at Jenny. You got too many Jennies. Say hi to me on Messenger, Jenny. Who's winning the debate? I was watching the debate a little bit. We've only got 76 people watching me, which is fine. Hold on, guys. He's not cooperating. Yeah, thank you, China. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, buddy. You're a good man.
China din. Thank you so much, sir.
Charles is saying hi to you. You're going to win. Let's see, we got a not Trumper. Okay. Yeah, Jay's got issues with the internet down there. My recommendation was I go on her channel. Hey, Nick. Forgot what her name is on Messenger. But it's got so many names. Yeah. Okay, well, that's not working. Hey, Thomas, what's going on, man? Boy, that's a tough call. They got Biden up in the polls. I don't know, man. I mean, last time there was just so much. I know who I want to win, but I don't know who will win. Hey, Clara, how you doing? So yeah, we went out shopping yesterday, and we had utter success. It was really fun. We were able to bop in, find what we wanted, hunt it down, kill it, put it in the bag, and bring it home. Thank you, China Dave. I was gonna try to bring Jenny on here, but I need to send her a link, and the only way I know how to do it is on Messenger. Yeah, the polls are weird. They were way weird in 16, right? I mean, um, but I would love to have been a fly on the room in the room on Hillary's little hotel room or whatever when it came across that she had lost. I just, I don't know. Yeah, I got to go to the United States. I've got some friends over there right now, and they are itching to get back already. The usual time frame that the guys that I know go to the States is 2 weeks. They can go there for 2 weeks. They can visit family and friends, take care of business, or do whatever it is they've got to do, and then they just want to come back. You know, they just get there's just nothing there. Especially as you get older, there's a lot less to do. I've got a little different situation. I've got to bounce from state to state to state. I got to go to Arizona. I got to go to California, and I got to go to Nevada in order to see do what I got to do and see who I want to see and get done what I need to get done. So that's going to be interesting because I won't have a car. The good news is I've got buses pretty well figured out on how to get back and forth. And then there's Uber. I think that's the whole thing. I'm waiting until March until everything's up and running. I am not going to leave until not only do I know I can come back into the country without issue, but I'm not going to go and be quarantined. I don't want to go and deal with a bunch of travel restrictions and tests and swabs and all that kind of crap. So if it doesn't happen in March, it doesn't happen in March. But I'm confident that by the end of this year, by December, um, we're going to be able to travel inter-island and bounce around a little bit. That's what we'll do. And so I'll go when I can go. We are on my channel right now. Yeah, my channel's actually under construction. And that's kind of the reason that I wanted to do this live stream today. I only do them on Mondays anymore, but I thought I would do it today just for the fact that a lot of people have been saying, are you done? Are you quitting? Or this, that, the other? No, I'm just revamping. I'm trying to refresh it. I'm trying to make it more fun for me. And I started to get bored with it because I'm retired. So what I'm going to do with my channel is I'm going to take it and it's going to be the same, but it's going to be different. I think it's just going to be edgier. There's been a lot of things that irritate me where I'll do a video and 4 days later somebody else will do the same video topic. And so I don't know, I just don't like being plagiarized. So I'm going to try to set it up to where I can't be copied, if you will. Easier said than done. Ugh. Okay. Well, I don't know where I would not live because I haven't been to enough places. I would not live in Cebu or Manila. I would not live either one of those places. They're just too busy, too metropolitan, too smoggy, too much traffic, too much like downtown LA. So I would not like that. Now, Cebu is fairly close. We can take a ferry there. We can drive there. We don't have a car, but we could take a bus there, I should say. And it's a 6 hour trip. Yeah, 6 hours to get to Cebu. And so Cebu's kind of cool. We've always gone when I've had to do an exit clearance on my passport or needed something legal done. And so I think that it would be fun for me and May just to go one time and have no agenda, but be able to go to the malls that are a lot bigger, better selection. We went to an ocean park
Yeah.
when we were there last time. They really enjoyed that, and so did I. We used Grab, I think. We used Grab
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. So we used Grab, and we stayed. It's always fun, to stay in a hotel. And her and I like to go to Sikihor, which is only an hour away. And I've said it before, so I'm being redundant, but it's cool just to get out of town. And even if you're only on the boat for an hour going across the ocean, it's just you just feel like, wow, I just got away from home. And then you get to a new island and you rent a motorbike. Yeah, that's what we do. We rent a motorbike and we stay in a hotel and just it's just a different point of view, just get out of town for a while. Because Jimmy Getty's really small and it's really gossipy, and so we both get kind of worn out with the gossipy stuff and all the little chicka and the little dramatic moments that happen that we don't want any part of. So anyway, um, that's all I got. May, you got anything? Or a yurt. We're back to the yurt.
Bahay ko po.
I've been around a little bit. I was way down in southern Mindanao, what's called Zamboanga. But I didn't see any threat. I just saw a lot of Muslim people. But from what I understood, where I was at was very safe. It was a hotel that was set up kind of like a compound, and I was with a friend down there that was a local. So I was told not to go into certain neighborhoods. There could be issues. So I guess I would never go down there. I mean, I didn't find anything overly exciting about the place. In fact, I didn't like it as much as here. Um, I just didn't care for it. I didn't see anything different. There was nothing new and exciting. Went to some restaurants and I thought they were crappy. And so that's sort of the thing about Cebu that I liked was there were some really good restaurants there. And they ate Ala Mall. I hope I'm saying that right. That's a nice mall. But again, everything's all funky right now with the COVID deal. So as far as going there, I guess it would just be, again, we gotta wait. We're in a holding pattern. Let's see. Yeah, well, you would need a guaranteed stream, I would think. No, there's no point in traveling. I don't think. Period. I mean, I've got two friends, three friends. I got Buddy Tripp and my friend Goldfinger are in Mexico. Vern is in Turkey, and my friend Gary is in Albania. They just want to get out. Well, Vern had to get out of the Philippines, or he thought he did, for his immigration status. He should go to SNR. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have not been to SR. I've just been to. I can't remember the name. I'll tell you what, I can't remember anything. We just went to that one goofy mall where immigration is located. And then we went into Ayala Mall, but you were sick.
Yeah.
You were really sick. And we went to the ocean park, but May was really sick down to the town. So it was kind of a different trip. We need to try again. I could never live anything like that. What is my first country to visit after COVID? I would have to say the States. So I need to go home and see my dad. He's going to be 96 in March, so it's sort of my goal to get there in March and see him. And then while I'm there, I'll bounce into Arizona. I've got a kid living over there, and I can bounce right up to Vegas. and see some friends there and kids. I think they're still there. They're still talking to me. And what else? After that, what I'll probably do is I'll bounce into Thailand on the way back because I have a bunch of friends from church that I went to in Thailand. And they've been married and they got 3 kids, and I need to go see them. I want to go meet their kids, say hi. I'd love to vlog from there. And it's a guy named Deep, and his wife's name is Numi. And they now have 3 beautiful babies. And I'd love to go back and get in touch with them and see the pastor of the church and his wife. And we had some great talks, some great trips together. And that's what I did when I bounced around in Thailand. So I would probably do that. I would probably, to answer your question, I would go to the States, do my thing, and then if I could work it out, I'd fly right back into Phuket and then go from Phuket back here. And then if May ever gets off her ass and works on her passport, we'll try taking her out of the country too. Ed, I can't find your other account, bro. I looked and looked and looked, so I don't know what happened. But hey, I will be in the Palm Springs area, John Dave. But it would be awesome to meet up with you guys. I know that, yes, I don't. Are you talking about on Facebook or where? Because I went on Messenger, I went on Facebook, and I can't find Ed from Queens anywhere. I can't find it. I know I didn't block you on here because I don't block anybody here. Just moderators block people here. But I looked all over my phone for 3 times. And I couldn't even find the handle, Ed from Queens. So I don't know what the hell happened. Hey, buddy, Trip down there in Mexico. What's going on? Yeah, I could do a vlog about that. I would really like to do it from there, but I do have a conversation that I had with Numi, who's Deep's wife, and we went. I think Deep went somewhere. I don't know what he was doing, and I went with his wife to a restaurant, and we talked for 4 hours straight, and we didn't. Neither one of us knew it. We closed the mall. It was inside of the mall, and we had this conversation, and it was just the most remarkable conversation. And so I would love to relay that. But I actually kind of want to ask their permission before I do so. So, here's what it is. I've become more cognizant of that also. Here's another thing that I'm gonna be more cognizant of on the revamp channel is I've done an interview before with one guy, and it was about a relationship that he had with a woman, and it went sideways on him. And it was brought to my attention that, hey, there's 2 sides to every story. You didn't give her side. And I said, you know what? You're absolutely friggin' right. I was wrong. I'm never going to do that again. And so there was another channel, and it was brought. And the only reason I watched the video is because I recognized a woman in the picture. And there was a channel. I won't mention the channel's name, but there was an interview with a woman who was complaining about being impregnated by a foreigner. And it just so happens that I knew the woman. I dated the woman. And I also, when I dated her, I saw her one time. But I also knew the suspect, if you will, the guy. And him and I had some private conversations about the situation. And him and I determined, just by the timeline, that he didn't get her pregnant. But she was on a channel saying, yeah, I got impregnated. And I thought to myself, you know what? There's 2 sides to every story. And it just so happened that I knew the woman and I know the guy. And so I have a video we did 6 months ago in front of Bo's Coffee. that I've never released. That's the one with, you remember the chicken throwing incident in the police report?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Okay. There was a woman that contacted me and I about 6 months ago and said, hey, my former boyfriend just threw a chicken at me and is abusing me and is screaming names at me and this and that and the other. And so we said, sure, it was midnight. And sure, come on over. And she came over and then they counseled with her a little bit. I called my landlord, who is a Filipina, and I said, what do you recommend I do here? And she said, immediately go to the police and file a report. So what was it, 1:32 in the morning, I went down with this woman, with her ass on the back of the gave up a little scooter. Took her up to the police station. Me and the cops sat there and smoked cigarettes while she sat up there and did her thing. And guess what? She went back to the guy that night. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went right back to it.
Back to sleep again.
Yeah, back to sweet.
After
And then we had issues the next day and the next day. And I thought, what? This is not my circus, not my monkeys. But for some reason, I'm involved. And so myself and another guy, long story short, we did what we could to help her get out of Dodge, if you will. Because she was genuinely just wanted to go home. You know, she went back, tried to make it work, and she didn't press any charges or anything. And I made a video with her about this incident, but I've refused to release it because I don't have his side of the story. Now I know the story. I know what happened, but I don't know everything. I mean, I don't know what happened an hour before. I don't know what she may have said or done to set the guy off. Now, I can never condone violence against anybody, really, unless it's just self-defense. But just to tee off on somebody because they said something is wrong, male or female. So, you know. Well, thank you for your super sticker. We appreciate that very much. Thanks for joining in. Oh, you know what? This is right. Oh, wait a second. I don't miss Palm Springs. I don't miss Palm Springs either. I do not at all. Not one iota. Well, thank you again. Thank you again, Ron. It's time. That's pretty sweet of you. Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah.
Huh?
Filipino Korean.
Very beautiful. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to talk. Well, Ed, just send me a message, buddy, on Messenger. And so I got to ask you. I looked and looked and looked. I don't know what the frick's going on. I got no reason to block you. I don't really block that many people. Only people that threaten my life. So I got about 40 of those. And then I got about another 50 blocked that have made inappropriate comments about my little girlfriend over
Chicken
here. Cuba. I am fascinated with Cuba. My friend Gary went to Cuba, and I was amazed because I said, "How does an American get into Cuba?" He says, "Through Mexico." And I said, "Well, what happens when you get there to your passport?" He said, "Nothing. They just look at it and hand it back to you. They don't stamp it." So I don't know. That would be that's actually on my bucket list. I don't see that as a trip that I would make. That would be if I went back to the States, I don't see myself going to Mexico and then going to Cuba and then going from Cuba to Mexico, and then that's just too much money. And but Cuba's on my bucket list. I would love to go there. I would love to see all those 1950s vintage cars. I would just love to see where I just love to see it. I'd love to have the food, meet the people. I've always been fascinated by Cuba because of the Cuban Missile Crisis back in the 60s and all that. I'll have to check on his. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to bring Jenny on here, but whatever. I think so. I don't know. That's another big question I have. You know, I get a knee in my back and some cuffs and toss them to a dark cell somewhere. I don't know. But if I found out that it was cool, I would go there. Again, my friend went there. Flew in. Uh, yeah. So someone may have inadvertently blocked it. So I don't know. I don't know. I just can't figure it out. And I'm the worst guy to try to figure out anything with technology. Oh, okay. So I think when Obama was in office, he had lifted the restrictions on Cuba, and people were going as tourists. But when my friend went, it was like way before Obama. I don't even know who was president. I'll have to ask him. Hey, man, what's going on? Thank you very much. Hopefully, they're going to improve. Yeah, that's probably why we're trying to get some people watching now. The debate's over. Forgot about that scheduling conflict. How did the debate go? Well, that one with Trump was a real barn burner. I was really disappointed in that. I don't know, Ron. Say anything wrong about the chicken. That's it. And he must have misquoted the chicken at some point in time. Let's see. Americans are very welcomed by Cuba. They're very friendly. Yeah, I just don't know if there's a law against it or something. I just don't want to get into issues. God knows I've got enough issues. Some people do that in my channel. They don't even seem like for me. Oh yeah, the thumbs up. Yeah. Let's see. What's this? Americans have to pass by Mexico, get a visa from there to get to Cuba, you believe. Okay. Well, that's not something that's on my immediate radar. And so I'm a guy that doesn't really check into anything until it's imminent. So, um, uh, but Cuba, he knows definitely something for sure about Cuba. Let me know. Cuba almost can't get just don't get caught. Yeah, that's what scares me is getting caught. I believe that. No kidding. Interesting. That's interesting. So you can go anywhere, just like as long as you're not leaving the borders of the states, huh? Are we ever bored?
No,
Never bored.
never.
No.
I always happy with the fall.
I'm always happy too. It's here's the deal about being retired. One thing I enjoy the most is that I don't have to show up. And in fact, the whole thing with the revamping and kind of dialing back on the channel was to gain more free time because um, for the last couple of months, I was promoting a lot of other channels for some reason. Well, no, I was happy to do it, but people were calling me and saying, "Hey, I'd like to do this, like to do an interview, like to do this, that, the other." And it was okay. And so I had an appointment to be here, be there. They were going to come here. We were going to go there. Remember all that? We were jumping around, and then it would rain, and we'd have to cancel and redo it, and put all the stuff up and try to meet people, and yeah. Started feeling like a job, and so I've been really happy this last week, not worrying about the channel. It's not that I worried about it, but not thinking about the channel. Simply because there's days where I wake up and I just don't want to play. And May is total champion. She's totally never gives me any flack about it. She's cool just staying home all day too. And so I love waking up and not having a plan. And that way, depends on the weather, depends on how you feel. Once in a while, I just don't want to play. I don't want to get on the bike. I don't want to go outside. I just want to stay home. I just want to watch TV, maybe watch some Netflix, sleep, rest. Sometimes I'm feeling a little under the weather. Sometimes I feel a little tired. Um, and a lot of it's dictated by weather. So yesterday, again, I keep bragging about yesterday. Yesterday was one of those awesome days where everything went right. The weather cooperated. It was actually cool outside. We didn't get all hot and sweaty. Every place had a parking spot. Every place had what we needed. When we went in, it wasn't crowded. So it's hard for me to get bored. There's always something for me to do. Yeah, we get a lot of thumbs down. Thank you very much. God bless you. I've been to Cuba, good place to visit. Not, that's kind of my take on it. It's the same thing like with Turkey, where Vern is. It looks to me like I've been watching some of his videos and chatting with him. He was supposed to do a live stream with me, but we got goofed up on time. And take away from me. And where was I? My friend is in Albania. Again, it looks like an awesome place to go look, check around, and rent a scooter and buzz around. But after a week or two, it's all touristy. Turkey looks a lot more interesting than Albania, from what I've seen. A lot more history. Looks like the food is very Mediterranean. Same with Albania. It seems to be pretty Mediterranean type food. Um, what was interesting about Turkey was that Vern went and ate the local food, which was fresh and nice and cooked. It was kind of like, the gyro and all that kind of jazz. And it was like $2 or $3. And then he went into Burger King, and it was like $8. You were in Cuba in '94, and it was great. People are highly educated. You know what? That's another thing. I've heard that it's like got great doctors, big on education, all the education in the college. The people are super intelligent. Um, I think it would be a very, very cool 2 weeks. But again, I wouldn't want to stay there. I want to see Cuba, not Cubans. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down doesn't matter. It shows engagement. But this is my channel, so we're not concerned about it. Yeah, I heard also that the women there were just absolutely knocked down, dragged down, beautiful, gorgeous. Yes, Baby May, Jean Claude is proposing to you again. Here, I can't read French, but Jean Claude wants to marry you.
That's idol. Have fun. Thank you, John Claude, for watching.
Food is so, really. I think Bourdain went there. Of course, everything he ate was delicious because he knew whoever was whatever. But food is so-so. Okay, kind of surprising. Yeah, good doctors. You are living a good life, Paul. Still working hard. That was my rule of thumb, man. You must have heard one of my videos where I said that. Just put one foot in front of the other, you know, and keep your eye on the prize, and do everything you can to minimize what I did. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go anywhere until all this stuff ends. Corona stuff. I'll have to watch the rerun. I'm sure there'll be a million clips. Oh, okay. You cannot get money there. You cannot use their ATMs. That makes sense. Hmm. That's great information. No kidding. There's Richard, my hero.
Ah, yeah.
You can fly from Miami just straight into Cuba. Wow. John Claude, baby, may I renew my marriage proposal for you?
That is funny.
I love this. Kisses from Paris. I want to marry you. Okay, so maybe I don't know. You might get a better deal here. In fact, I know you would.
Jen Cloud, you're very funny. You're very funny.
Yeah. Kisses back to you, John Claude.
It's very funny.
Oh my God. Where are you at, young lady? Everything. Oh, I assume we're still talking about Cuba, which I find fascinating. You send $1,000 every 3 months. Well, let's see. I didn't block you. Will you quit whining?
I think
I think you disengaged it. And you still want to answer my question. I'm like, are you blocked here? Are you blocked on Facebook? Jesus. I looked all over Messenger. I looked all over Facebook. I couldn't find it. You can ask her. I was sitting outside all night.
No, I think the Facebook automatic block.
Yeah, automatic block. Thanks, Meg.
No, I'm not doing.
Yeah, that's a little precursor. Wait till you see the picture I'm working on for my new channel. That's what I'm going through. All kinds of shopping. We're buying all kinds of stuff, and the thing that I have in my head is I keep remembering Beatles albums, and we used to buy Beatles albums at Abbey Road and Sgt. Pepper's, and we try to decipher what the messages were inside of the albums or on the album covers. We thought the the thinking of the day was that there were hidden messages in album covers, not just the Beatles, but a lot of different bands at that time. And so that's stuck in my head. So I'm going to try to do something kind of like that. And that's why we're buying all these things like hula hoops, and I won't tell you what we're all buying. You come out and see us, young lady. I'll buy you a nice cup of coffee. I don't know. I do YouTube. I know nothing about it. I don't have an end screen. I don't have an introduction screen. Thinking about maybe doing something. If I can do it the way I want to. I was going to do an end screen after my videos, uh, but I don't want to tell you what I'm going to be doing. All I'm going to tell you is that it will change. My end screen, if I do it, will change with every video. So I guess you're right. I guess I could. I mean, I would just like to go see the cars. You know, I would like to go see the architecture and know that I was say I was there. Like I said, it's always it's fascinated me since I was a youngster. When Kennedy was in office, we had the Cuban Missile Crisis, and so yeah. But if I did want some good Cuban food, and I also knew a Cuban woman at work that was a friend of mine, a woman named Vicky. You know, I've never, it sounds trite, it's never believed by anybody, but I've never traveled. Like when I've gone to Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, I've never been on the girl hunt. It's never been my thing. Um, it's, like I said, when I went to Thailand, I got involved with the church over there. And really, I'm much more interested on an intellectual level with people than I am on the physical. And there's always places when you go to any of these developing countries that if you need some sort of attention, you can get it. It's just not been my thing, you know. And I'm not disrespecting those guys that do. And there's women that do it, but it's just not been my priority. Yeah, I'm a human being. Yeah, I have needs and all that good stuff, but it's just not been not number one. It's not like why I came to the Philippines. I came to the Philippines. I think I've explained this 100 times, just to stop working, live somewhere cheap, and and not have to show up. That was the priority. Um, it wasn't about the women. I lived alone for 15 years. I was totally fine. If May ever bugs out and goes to her mom's or her sister's for a few days, I'm totally fine. You know, I just sit here and think, play games on my computer, or go have a cup of coffee with some friends, and that's that. I'm very boring. Yeah, they got diesel out here too, brother. We get behind them, and it's ugly, especially when they step on the gas. These big ass jeepneys they've got, those diesels, they hit the gas, me and May are just covered in smoke. I was in Nha Trang, and again, that's a great 2 weeker. It's a tourist town, and I can't. The whole time I was there, I was really missing May, and we were chatting every night, and she knew I really missed her. And but I was thinking, God, this would be awesome if I could bring May here. This would be so much fun because the shopping and the different food, and it was food that I knew she would like. It was cheap. The dentist was $10 for state of the art dentist. Um, I got glasses made there, and they broke when I got home. So at first, I thought they were a great deal, but then I found out they were just so cheap that you got what you paid for. And I ended up getting new glasses out here that were twice as much, but they lasted. So they're the real value. But yeah, it was nice weather, and Nha Trang was a pain in the ass to get to. I think if I go back to Vietnam, I'll go to Saigon and just stay there because that extra flight from Saigon to Nha Trang was just hell. It was just hell. Maybe go. I don't know. I'd rethink the trip, but I would love to go with May. I'd like to take her over there. But it's a little weird getting over the border. Let's see. You don't need to go to Cuba. Go to Miami. Okay, I already did that. I love Cuba. Very safe, cool cars, but they all have these. Yeah, we just did that. Okay. Okay, I just did that one. I just did that one. Let's see if I can get back on track here. Oh, cool. Thank you, Ed. No, I didn't block you. What'd you do to Ed? Wait.
I don't know. I not put in the Facebook. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, did you like my channel with my little dog and a high wire? Old dog, new tricks. You get it? Get it? Get it?
I think you need the new account, Sir Abe.
Yeah, you're the second guy to comment about that. That's good information, buddy. The food is not that good, huh? That's kind of disappointing. So maybe like a 4-day trip, 3-day trip, go in, see the cars, see a cathedral or something, go to the dentist, I don't know. Just buzz around a little bit, take a few taxis, and then not get too excited about the food. Kind of like the Philippines. I know. This soap in the eye story is only going to go so far. Or May's going to finally confess that she bashed me while I was sleeping. Let's see. Good Cuban lady is well educated on the politics of the country and can answer those questions very well. Yeah, I mean, it's great if you can go and just on an intellectual level. I don't know, maybe it's just my age. Oh, I already did that. No, Gaylord would not dare hit me. Hey, David, what's up, buddy? Hey, I want my seeds. I need to get seeds. I forgot to tell you last time I saw you. Because we went shopping. I'm going to brag one more time about our awesome shopping trip yesterday. I went into Lee Plaza. I knocked it out, baby. I got everything I wanted and some extra stuff I didn't even have on the list. And there were pots for sale, right? And we got 10 pots, 10 for plants for 100 pesos. They were 10 pesos each. And here in Valencia, how much are they?
35.
35 pesos. So, Chinese lady jumped all over that. She grabbed 100 out of my wallet, over there going, oh, I'll take a 10. You give me 10 plus. Hey, 35 in Valencia, Daddy. Here they only 10. Give me 100.
Yeah, very cheap, 10 pesos.
But last time you were over, David, you mentioned something about seeds. And his never forgot about that. You can't say anything to her. So maybe we'll hook up for coffee later, bro. It's 11 o'clock. I think we'll head down to Tom Tom. Tom Tom's is making lattes again, by the way.
Yeah, but wait.
What way?
I have friend for coming here for I give you for interview.
When?
Now, later.
We'll see how it works. I'm retired. You interview your friend.
Because we did for interview.
All my interviews are going on her channel, by the way. Baby May's Cooking and Adventure. You need to subscribe to Baby May's Cooking and Adventure. Okay, I'm digging on this Cuba thing. I don't know why people don't just friggin' go there right now. Well, I guess it's not the best place to hang for a long time. Right? Added you to this account. My other account is locked by YouTube. YouTube's get a little snippy. All right. Thank my buddy Dave. Yeah, Eddie's gone. Yeah. Valerie Bertinelli actually was a friend, kind of, in a way, kind of sort of. I am a Bowie fan. There's going to be some homages to him in the channel art. You got to look for it. Big Bowie fan. Van Halen, I liked, but and I did a lot of concerts, but I was more of a Steely Dan, Bowie, Rolling Stones, The Who, um, Elton John. I saw all those people for $5 or $6 if I wanted to sit a little closer at the Santa Monica Civic. The Doors, um, unbelievable stuff I saw. It's really hard for me to look at concerts now. The tickets are like $800 for some stadium. Hey, Jim Burns, how are you, my friend? We're talking about Cuba. We're talking about shopping. We're talking about my channel. We're talking about Baby Maeve's channel. Eminem, what's going on? Eminem with peanuts. I have heard that Vietnam is the place to be. Many high-end and low-end people agree that there's countries they'd rather be than in Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam's very state-of-the-art, very clean, high speed internet, good food, good prices, no language, no English, nada. Unless you just get lucky. Um, I could live in Vietnam. I could live there. I wouldn't be happy as I am here. I just read that the Philippines has the most expensive internet and the absolute poorest quality, which is probably why I never got Jenny on the show. Yeah, you know what? And I had a conversation with my friend Bud Brown. He brought up a very good point. He says, our feet are not in cement here. You know, we didn't get off the plane and step in wet cement and then it dried and we're stuck here. I think the Philippines, I think any of these Southeast Asian countries are great launching points. So Vietnam, for the guy on a budget, I can I can tell you that you can live in a nice place there, at least in Nha Trang. I don't know about Saigon, but Nha Trang, you can live over there in a nice apartment, nicer than this, for less money. You got to be in a high rise though. I didn't really like the high rise feel. I didn't like the elevator every day, but that's just me. But you can live. What do we pay here? 400 for this? Yeah, you can live there for a nicer place for 300, I think. Especially now because everything's vacant. Um, so I could cool it there. In fact, one of the things I was banking on her passport, getting a passport, and bouncing her in and out of the country a couple of times, and getting that over with, was I always thought that maybe living 3 months in the Philippines, 3 months in, let's just say Thailand, 3 months Vietnam, 3 months Malaysia, pick a pick, Indonesia, you know, Mexico. I don't know, just go and bounce. Now that's you've got to be very small. I'm still a minimalist. May, on the other hand, is acquiring crap left and right. Primarily plants. but and she's a real closeaholic. so, uh, but that's all well and good. Again, I haven't bought anything big or major. I could drop it and leave and not get hurt. Um, and I don't have to worry about storing stuff. We don't have that much stuff that we would feel compelled we've got to store it. We would give away, like when your sister was here, I gave away some shirts.
Yeah.
Right? We just give away, I bought some new shirts. Yeah. Finally found some t-shirts that fit at Hypermart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in Hypermart and just happened to have these shirts there. It's like, thank God. Because my shirts are like 3 years old. So I bought 6 shirts.
Yes.
And I gave away like 10 shirts, I think, to your father.
Yeah.
And just didn't balance that way. We still have food that we've got to give away. I think we've got another $100 left over. my friend, who I won't mention, sent me some money last month and to help feed some kids up at the Japanese shrine. So we went up, we did that. We didn't spend half the money. So we bought a bunch of more groceries. We borrowed my friend Joe's car, and we bought 3 big bags of rice, right? And they're still here, I hope. And then we've got this thing of food that we still got to give away. But we've just been busting a move doing other stuff. But we'll get that done too. What was that all about? I forget what led me into that. Yeah. That's on that topic. That's the coolest thing for me, at least, is when I don't have anything to do at all. So for example, today, I was thinking, I love going into town and getting coffee for some reason. It's just my thing. Yeah, I like lattes. It's kind of a treat. I don't mind the drive in. It's 20, 25 minutes. We get out, get some air, we get on the scooter. Um, Sometimes we bump into people and we have a chicka time with them, or not. We just sit there. Maybe there's something she needs to pick up, or we need to get a key made, or some little errand thing. And then we can just bounce back home or do something else. Now, I thought we were going to Provita.
Yeah.
But now you're saying you got somebody coming over. See?
But very fast.
Very fast.
30 minutes.
Nothing happens fast.
Yes, probably. Very fast. Because she shy with you. After interview, she going home. Believe me.
It's like an
That
illusion.
is my long time friend. 30 years.
There's a question I don't know how to answer. They don't. They don't. But not where I was at. There was a lot of Russians. They never. They look downright grumpy. Cuba is expensive for the tourist. It's expensive. Yeah, so like I kind of dialed it down just from information I'm getting on this conversation here. That Cuba would be like a good 3-dayer. You know, go in, get a hotel room, I guess, someplace that's nice, maybe overpriced, safe, and then get a cab driver that you hire for the day and have him bounce you around and take you to some restaurants, and then I don't know, do 2 days of that and then go home or go somewhere else. That sounds like to me. Now, Vietnam, Nha Trang, again, if I was to go to Vietnam, I think I could feel I could go in Nha Trang, I could go for 2 weeks. Saigon, probably a month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. I haven't been there, haven't done that. Maybe 2 days, I don't know. Thailand, definitely, I could go back for 3 or 4 or 5 months. Absolutely no problem. I love Thailand. I love the food. I like the people. I like the culture. I have friends over there. It's always been near and dear to my little heart. But thanks for coming along, Juan Carlos.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got a contrary statement. Why do I know that name? Why do I know that name? What else do I get? I get Ric Flair and Jerry Springer. I haven't been called Jerry Springer in a long time. So maybe a 1-day trip. Bring some bologna sandwiches and some cash. Okay, after hours, I can't tell the office. So truck and what we call it a big parking spot. What's that all about? Well, Tony, the pandemic is not in Maketi. We have 0 cases. There's absolutely no barriers up anymore. They just make you wear a face mask if you go into a store or a mall. Some places make you sign. They take your temperature. So, like I said, we went to Lee Plaza. That's a big shopping area. They took our temperature. You go to a McDonald's, they'll take your temperature, make you sign your name, address, phone number. It's all for show. Wear a mask, and we're moving and grooving. We just can't go to another island. See there, there's another thing. Treasury Department knows if you go to Cuba. I don't think you're allowed to. I don't know. I mean, I just kind of brought the topic up. Enjoy the instant asylum. Enjoy because you have to report the only that I do remember the instant asylum thing. I remember we got a lot of criminal shit over. Scarface, I think, went over that. If you're American, you can use it. Okay, we already did that. Am I getting rid of out here again? No, I wasn't a big Eddie Van Halen. He was a great guitarist and all that. He was very good. Valerie Bertinelli. I kind of knew her on a short for a short period of time. Friend of a friend. No danger. Yeah. So I'm hearing a lot of bad food reports out of Cuba. Good morning, my friend. You want to jump in? You want to jump in? Let me know. Just send me a hello on Messenger. That's the only way I know how to do it. I'll send you a link. I enjoyed it. I was on Ricky's channel the other day. We had a great time talking. We completely ignored the audience. We just talked back and forth. Let me know if you want to jump in, man. Well, that's the whole thing. I don't go out at night. I'm not a night guy. And if I did go out at night, it would be like at whatever hotel I'm staying at. Do I go back to the USA to do taxes? I don't have to go to the USA to do my taxes. I've always done my taxes online. This will be the first time I have to do taxes in 3 years because of YouTube. I got monetized, so I make some money off that. So I'm going to have to file taxes on that. But I can just do it online. There you go. You see, I bought these T-shirts because they had absolutely no logo on them. Everything out here says "boo boo" or something else. These were actually just plain T-shirts, so I was thrilled to get them. Hey, how you doing?
Oh.
We're doing good, thank you. Yeah, speaking of plain T-shirts, I'm not wearing one, but this is my Cebuana.
Cebuana.
Her sister gave me this T-shirt.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite.
There you go. So, Rike, you want to jump on and say hi to everybody for a while? Here's a good one. Baby May blocked me.
No, I don't know what is your Facebook. No, I'm not blocking you. Sorry. Facebook or YouTube?
I don't know. You won't answer my question. Good morning, Paul, baby. Amazing how much a tuk tuk was done to purchase. I think it's a safer dealer. That even in the rain, how much did they pay for that tuk tuk? Let's see. Oh man, I know like three guys with them. I don't want to tell you something I don't know. What did I pay for my bike? I paid 86 for my bike. I think 100 and change, say 120 maybe. I don't know exactly. For a tuk tuk, the little three, no, the little three-wheeler, like brownie drives, green, green vehicle, like Ed drives,
Okay.
yellow one, three-wheeler, with cover.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't know, and I don't want to say. Signing in your name and phone number doesn't make any sense to me. What do they do? She store them in a warehouse. It's all optics in my mind, though. All right, I think we're going to have a guest here pretty soon. Liven things up a little bit after the debate. I know everybody's exhausted. Yeah, I am going to do that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Great minds think alike. You will be. But remember, a king is in charge of everybody. Women still won't be in charge of everybody. Well, I just sent him a link on Facebook. Yeah, what do you call it? That's he should be jumping in. There it is.
But I can eat and everything because they can't see me.
Okay.
Let's see. So we online here? Am I
Yeah,
here?
you're live. I can't see
Oh,
you.
oh yeah. I apologize. I turned off the cam. I barely like crawled out of bed maybe half hour ago, so my hair's all whacked, and I'm just sort of here in my Batman T-shirt. But yeah, man. So I thought, well, I'm gonna see who's online right now because I rarely, V's making my breakfast here. So oh, here it comes too. She makes me these breakfast sandwiches with 3 eggs and corned beef and toast, which are just really good. So yeah, I figured it, and then I saw you're online, so of course I jumped over here. Yeah,
Right on.
cool.
So I really enjoy it. Anybody got any questions for Rick? He's here right now. I'm just kind of going through comments. We were talking about Cuba as a place to go.
Yeah,
I've always been fascinated with Cuba since the Cuban Missile Crisis and Kennedy and the standoff and all that.
right.
That's always fascinated. And
Oh
so I had a buddy go over there, and he said it was just really an awesome experience to just see the culture and the cars, the 19. It's like stuck in the 50s,
yeah, right.
And so to go there was really cool. But everybody so far that's been there on the stream here with us has said that the food's really crappy.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wouldn't know, but what got me interested in Cuba is kind of two things. One, well, three things. One is I saw the Mambo Kings. I don't know if you ever saw it, the Mambo Kings with Antonio Banderas and I can't remember the name of the other guy, but really good, movie about these guys that were singers from Cuba who came over and were part of the whole. Latin, thing there in Florida, and then it kind of spread, more with Celia Cruz and all those. And the Mambo Kings were actually on the Lucy. Well, the what is it? The Lucy. Well, before it was the Lucy show, when it was originally her and Desi Arnaz. I love
Okay.
Lucy. Yeah, I love Lucy. They made an appearance there, and then of course Desi Arnaz is Cuban, so they really got along well.
Yeah.
And then the third thing was that the first, like there's in all of our lives there's the first girl that, like, before we didn't notice girls, they were just other kids, and then all of a sudden you see that one girl that, like, you're like, wow, girls are cool,
Yeah.
they're not full of cooties.
Yeah.
And that was like in the fourth grade. I was in the fourth grade, and there was this Cuban girl, Mabel Gonzalez. If you're out there somewhere, hi, Mabel. Man, she was just, for being in the fourth grade, she was the most beautiful female I had seen in my entire 9 years of living or whatever. I mean, just amazing, just so beautiful. And it wasn't until, guy, maybe 20 years later that I actually did date a Cuban woman, just briefly. But yeah, so that's kind of like my tangential interest in Cuba. It seems like an interesting place, like you said, with the older cars and stuff. And then they're into music and dance, so I like
Yeah.
that. Even though I
Yeah.
can't dance, but I love the whole festivity of it all.
Yeah. It sounds like a very vibrant society. I'm really disappointed to hear about the food, though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that would put a damper on dropping in. You'd only see the view from the toilet window.
yeah. How are things over there in Cebu? They lightening up for you at all?
Kind of yes and no. The mall yesterday afternoon, the people that manage the different malls, SM, Gaizanos, Ayala, they all had a meeting yesterday. Now, when I heard about the meeting, it said that they were going to get together to come up with new rules. And I was like, oh God, that's the last thing we need is more rules at the mall. But then late last night, one of the results of the meeting was that they all got together and they're petitioning the city of Cebu to reopen the movie theaters. Now, here's the interesting thing. Ever since we got onto MGCQ, immediately 6 weeks ago, the theaters under MGCQ are allowed to open at 50% capacity, but they weren't allowed to. It got basically overturned or whatever by the local city government, which is why, as I keep telling people, even though there's MGCQ over 90% of the Philippines, the rules are different for every single island, every single city, because the local city kind of just says, well, I know we're under MGCQ, but we're going to do this anyway. So now the petition has been put forward by the managers of the malls to the city to say, hey, we've got a right under MDCQ to open. I mean, we're willing to comply with whatever, but hey, we want to open. So I'm hoping that they reopen the cinemas here soon, because that's like, for V and I, that's one of our favorite things, is to go hit the movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, once the egg gets cracked, hopefully you'll be able to travel. Hopefully you guys will be able to come up here to Duma for hang out, just get out of town for a while.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah.
Or fly or whatever you want to do. I don't think the airlines. I don't know. What do you think? I think the buses and the ferries are going to open before the airlines. There was some notification today just about the Cirrus bus is going to run from Duma to Valencia, which was big news, But to me, I took that as a positive sign that okay, they're firing the buses back up, because you got to figure that all these entities, and these are big money entities like Sears Bus, they're taking it hard, and and so there's got to be some pressure going on. The fact that Trump got sick didn't help things. Because they tend to follow. But what I've learned about the news is that it changes every day. What we think is a big thing today turns into nothing tomorrow. I was thinking they had, I'm not going to go political here, but just to illustrate my point, was you had the Trump Biden debate, and that was all the news. And I thought we were going to talk about that for weeks, and then all of a sudden Trump got sick, and everybody forgot about the debate, you know. And now it's what's going to, and now he's out of the hospital, so that's new news. And it feels like the Trump Biden debate was 4 years ago. You know, it's just like gone. So hopefully that will just flatten out, and they will continue, because the Philippines has a way of following what everybody else does. And so as soon as Vietnam opens up and they start accepting people, and this one opens up, and like I was telling guys, there's Albania is wide open, Turkey's open, Mexico's open. So you can get out of Dodge and you can go someplace different. I just don't know if it's the place you want to be. But for example, my friend Gary, he went to Albania because he said, I just don't want to be in Ohio anymore. Anywhere but here. You know, I don't care where it is. I just don't want to be here anymore. And so that's what he's doing. He's just cooling his heels there. So anyway, hopefully you'll be able to come up and we can hang out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, actually, I just thought of something here. Let me see if I can get my cam going. I don't know if it will. Let me see.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll switch over to the. I mean, it won't be me, but at least you'll see something other than just a circle. That's my coffee cup. Actually, it's not coffee. It's
Wow,
it's what do you call it? It's what do you call that again? Maybe May knows what it's called. Can't think. Munganoi tea. God, I can't think of the name right now. Malunggay tea. Yeah, it's actually,
yeah, malunggay is horse radish.
yeah,
right?
malunggay and ginger, and then just a little bit of what do they call it? Muscatova sugar. You know, it's like a brown sugar, Muscovel, or I can't think of the name of it. I must be getting dementia. I can't remember anything. But
yeah, I mean both, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and it's weird because now on the other hand, it's like I'll have these these moments. Like the other day, I mean, for like 2 years, the actor, you know, I don't know if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, but the guy who plays Yondu, who is the one with the blue skin and the mohawk, and he whistles and makes the little arrow go around and kill everybody. Now that actor, for 2 years, I kept saying to myself, I know I've seen that actor somewhere. And for 2 years, I could have Googled it, but it was like this challenge. I was like, I want to remember on my own, where have I seen that actor? So about 3 days ago, I'm eating pineapple in the kitchen, just, you know, not even thinking about it. And then all of a sudden it comes to me. He was in the movie with Sylvester Stallone, Cliffhanger. He was the guy that his fiance died, and, you know, the girl at the beginning of the movie. That's the same actor. Now, here's the weird thing. I remembered that just out of the blue 3 days ago. So last night, it was my turn to pick a movie. Me and V, we switched every other day. You know, we get to pick the movie for the night. And so my choice was a John Woo film that I really love called The Replacement Killers. Well, that same actor who plays Yondu and who was in Cliffhanger plays the detective in the John Woo film, The Replacement Killers. So it's kind of weird. It was almost like it was the moment to remember something. I don't know. Maybe part of my time. Yeah, maybe part of my brain is shutting down and the other parts are like making up for it. I don't know. The movie trivia part of my brain. Yeah. But how about you guys? Do you guys have, like, between you and May, do you guys like choose who picks the movie like every other time, or do you do anything like that?
No, man, we are the most boring couple you'll ever want to meet.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. we're morning people, number one. And so a lot of times both of us are up even before sunrise.
Mhm.
I know you're very nocturnal,
Yeah.
and two of my kids were really nocturnal, and the other one was like me, early riser. But May and I share that, and she's up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I can be up 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and what we will do is we'll kind of jack around until about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then we'll go out for 3 or 4 hours, and we'll do something. We'll go somewhere. We'll accomplish something, or we'll just go for a ride, and we just kind of get out of the house. And then after that's done, we just kind of come home. And May it was really an interesting story. Is we went for this big long bike ride one day. I'll never forget this. And we were out in the middle of nowhere, or at least I call it the middle of nowhere. And there was a house, little, native house, if you will. And I said, look at that. I said, what do you think? What goes on with those people? And she says, well, that's what I grew up in. That's what I lived in. And I said, really? And I said, so what did you do? And she goes, well, we went to bed at 6 o'clock, and to sleep at 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night. I said, why? She said, because it was dark. They didn't have any electricity. It's like, what else are you going to do?
Right.
So there is no TV, there is no movie, there is no cell phone, there's no light bulb,
Right.
And so that's where I think she got in the habit of just going to bed early. And the whole deal is that both of us just kind of come home, and after being out in the sun or getting caught in the rain or racing around and going up and down flights of stairs trying to find stuff, or just going hiking and looking around, we're both tired, and I'm 65. So I just conk out. I turn the TV on at night, every night, and I have never made it completely through an entire episode of any series I've tried to watch.
Oh, wow.
So I just pass out. And May passes out before me. She's in bed by 7 or 7:30 every night. Yeah, she is. She's just out cold. And sometimes I was just explaining to the kids here that the best part I found of being retired is I don't have to show up. And some days I just don't leave the house. I just voluntarily stay home. And I turn on the air and I turn on the TV, and then I'll watch a movie. And then I'll take a nap. And then we'll get up and we'll make something to eat. We'll do it all over again.
I had to move the coffee cup earlier because V's over here in the background walking around. She's still in her evening wear.
Okay, well, I got May here. May, pop in.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Now, Mr. Ron over here has a comment. He says, I usually pick the movies, but Naning only wants to watch the ones where someone's shooting someone else. She doesn't get the American comedy. We kind of go through the same thing. The other night, my pick for the movie was Hannibal, because I figured, okay, you got some pretty grisly scenes. It's a suspenseful movie. You got a serial killer murder, Anthony Hopkins. She loves like action and horror, like ghost vampires and all that kind of stuff. But so I thought, okay, this is going to have a lot of action. She fell asleep like 20 minutes right into Hannibal, and I'm like, it's going to pick up. It's going to pick up. And she missed the whole part with Ray Liotta, and the skull cap thing. And so, yeah, she's more into like the Marvel movies and the like, for instance, next time I'll probably get another John Woo film called The Killers. And there's another one, Hard Boiled, which is a weird name for the movie. But in Hard Boiled, me and my kids used to try and count how many guys were getting killed. It's like 300 in a 2-hour movie. I mean, they're shooting like right away.
Yeah.
That one she'll probably get into.
Yeah.
How about you guys? I mean, is it, because again, like, for instance, I actually love watching romance comedy movies, like Love Always and all these kind of movies. but a lot of it, the comedy is nuanced. So
Mhm.
unless it's slapstick comedy, like we watched The Ridiculous Six the other day, and she really liked it because it's an Adam Sandler, more of a slapstick comedy kind of thing, not a nuanced, it's in the writing kind of thing. How about you guys? I mean, is it kind of similar? I mean, or does she really get into the other stuff? It's got to be
No,
explicit.
actually, May is not into TV at all or movies. Um, she action stuff, I think she can relate to.
Hmm.
She likes Tom Cruise, of course, because he's so handsome, and she likes to see him shoot his gun and drive the car and all that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. But she'll fade out of that for 30 minutes. Where May is involved in media is YouTube and where she can learn something.
Oh, okay.
She's much more interested in watching a cooking show,
Hmm.
watching an arts and crafts show, watching anything that gives her an idea of fashion or shoes or
Uh-huh.
how to make your own or plants. And so
Mm.
she's kind of on an educational kick.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
it sounds a lot. I think her and V would really get along because same thing. V used to have her own little garden. I mean, it was pretty big actually, back at her folks' place. And then she's always checking out cooking channels to get ideas for her own cooking channel. You know, there was
Uh-huh.
a recipe she made the other day. It started out as chicken marsala, but since we had no marsala, she just winged it into something else that was really good. you
Oh
know,
yeah, May does that all the time too. Because she'll get
yeah,
a recipe and it's like you can't even find that here.
right, yeah,
So she'll just throw something else on it. Now she's done some really funny stuff
yeah.
that she's not embarrassed about because she just laughs. She just gets along with it. But one time she likes to decorate. She likes
Mm.
to what do they call it? Plate it. Make it look
Uh-huh.
pretty. And
Yeah,
so one time
presentation.
she made me pancakes.
Uh-huh.
And then she dotted the outside of the plate with mustard.
Because yeah, because that's
I
how
said,
good it
"What
is.
the frick are you putting mustard on here for?" She goes, "Well, it's pretty."
Yeah, well, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like, I don't get mad or anything. I just
Right.
laugh. And I go, "Taste this." She goes, "Oh yeah, it's not good."
But it
But
looks
it's what
nice.
we had. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was in the refrigerator. And
Uh-huh.
I just said, make me pancakes with butter and syrup, and I'm happy. And
Yeah.
God love her, she wanted to go the extra mile and make it
Right.
pretty. So it's
Uh-huh.
like, well, mustard goes on hot dogs,
Oh yeah.
not on
Now
pancakes.
now
So
it
I've got
goes.
a question here from our friend
Oh.
over there in Craft Out Cooking
Mm-hmm.
about my eye.
Oh
I have
yeah.
a
What was
black
up with the eye?
eye, and the eye is an allergic reaction to whitening soap, if you like that answer.
Oh.
Got into my eye. I think it broke a blood vessel. So anyway, it's an allergic reaction. I had the same thing happen a couple of years ago.
Oh wow.
But I might have to go to the doctor on this one because it's been there for 3 or 4 days, and I
Hmm.
don't know if they need to drain this or not. So there's a place right by Hypermart that is an eye place. So I might pop in there today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I pick up the weapon outside.
Okay. Let's see. These patients in Cuba. Well, buddy, we've been going here for almost 2 hours. So I'm gonna. She's got someone at the door that wants to come in. So
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Always good to meet up with you here. And
I'm very
hopefully
glad you were able to jump in and join us again. I had a lot of fun on the stream with you, and we should do that again.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
In
Whenever's
fact,
good
you
for
know
you.
what? Let's try to plan on Monday. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. Let me check my
When I
social
normally stream.
calendar. Let's see how busy I am on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, locked up in your condo.
Right, right. Yeah, I think I can squeeze you in.
It might be the day you have to vacuum or something, you
I know,
You never
yeah.
know.
Organizing my socks. Okay, yeah, let's shoot for Monday. Yeah.
All right, cool. So Monday
All right.
I go on at 10 o'clock. At work for you?
Yeah, 10's good. Yeah, I'm usually
Okay,
awake
cool.
by
So I'll
that
just
time.
have you on Monday, and I'll put up a little thingamajigger for as a deal. And this was kind of a spur of the moment thing yesterday. I made an announcement that I was going to do this, and then I didn't do a very good job because I scheduled right across from the debate.
Hmm. Oh, by the way, there's
So,
V.
I
There's V in
mean,
the background. Yeah, she already switched into her new dress. We went out and got her another dress yesterday. She's being all shy.
of course.
Yeah. But okay, yeah,
All
let's
right,
shoot for Monday, and yeah, we'll do that. Sounds fun.
right on. Cool. All
All right,
right. So
man.
you heard it here first. It'll be Paul Enrique on Monday at 10 o'clock. Well, thanks for everybody for the super chats and all the nice comments. And we will catch you crazy kids later. Okay.
All right, see you later.
All right. Bye, everybody.